Hi, my name is Gulrux Nuriddinova. I'm a university student and currently working as an audit assistant at RSM Uzbekistan. Well, initially my goal was actually not to drop out, but to get all ACCA papers, gain relevant experience and to become a ACCA member. And later on, as I prepared for certain papers, I realized that the knowledge we're getting from different papers is actually asset I was looking for. So I got even more assured that I need to get all papers to get the full benefit. And I need to specify that the more paper you get, the deeper you understand about how different entities work. So my advice to you would be to get all the papers so that you can use combination of different knowledge acquired from different papers. Well, after I started ACCA, I understood that as long as I started, there was no way back and I needed to finish it. So whether or not I like it, I needed to be disciplined. So actually my action to be disciplined was first to register for the exams. Because in each session, most of the time, many students will get nervous and they think that they may not be ready by the time of the exams. So they mainly delay the exam date or they decide not to take the exams. So what I did was to register for the exams, and then the money I paid for registering exam, the money I paid for the course, would be the reason. I had no reason to delay. I had no reason to get out of the discipline. So if you have any reason, which is material, you will invest more and you will be more disciplined. Secondly, I would say whenever I analyze the scores I got from certain papers and what I did plan for each paper, but whenever I had a plan which was detailed and showed my hourly activities for about 2 or 3 months of preparation, I took actually higher score and I stick to the plan better. So my advice for you would be, please make pre-plan, and this should be specific, of course time bound, and it should be shorter time bound, which means it should show your activities relating to hours or maybe days, and then you will be more likely to stick to your plans and not to get out of this plan. One more thing which is very important, I would say, is that before even starting preparing for the papers, you need to understand what your objective is. Because I remember that my main objective when I started ACCA, it was my first or second papers, my main objective was actually only to get papers so that I will get employed. But your objective should not be like that, because later on, as I acquired knowledge from papers, I understood how valuable the knowledge I'm getting is. Because the asset is the knowledge I'm getting and I can use it in the future, which brings me more gain, not the papers I'm getting. And whenever my objective was to gain that knowledge, I used to not to delay any task, but daily I would do any task assigned for the days or any topics I needed to learn, because as I learn, I used to get more satisfaction knowing that I'm acquiring that knowledge, which will be my asset in the future. So please determine your initial objective very wisely. Well, at my work, ACCA is very helpful, I would say, because every day I use what I learned from different papers of ACCA. And I would say, as I got many papers, now I'm able to see the big picture. Now I understand the different aspects of the work. Now I understand how different industries, firms work from top to the bottom in terms of their different departments. So it also allows me to do my daily task, which I'm assigned, in line with the longer objective. And I would say if I hadn't studied ACCA at all, I suspect I would have been confused and struggling at the time of my profession. So my advice for you again would be to get more papers, and do not think that only getting F3 and F7 would be enough for you, because as long as you understand different aspects of the work, you will be more likely to get in higher position. I'm also at the start of my career. It's not been that much that I started in my current position. Now I've been working as an audit assistant at RSM Uzbekistan, which is one of 6 big audit firms in the world. And currently I work in part-time job, and it is actually weird, but as they forced me to tell about my salary, I got exactly 5 million in sum. And I guess as I get more experience, I will be more qualified. The salary range also will change. But I need to say that how ACCA helped me to get that job would be main reason why they considered my application and called for the interview is because I got many papers from ACCA. And I would say in Uzbekistan, many recruiters look for the reasons or proof that you have starting or required knowledge and experience, and ACCA is one of the proof that you have such kind of knowledge or certain skills in terms of audit or accounting. So as ACCA can be proof with its certifications, I think it will be very helpful for you also to find the job you like, to pursue your career in your desired area. The role of FP Academy in getting all the papers in ACCA for me was pretty huge, because before even joining to FP Academy, I started to panic a little, because when I got information and read about ACCA itself and different registration process, exemptions, it gave me overwhelming emotions, I would say. But later on I found out about FP Academy and different courses they're offering, and I joined it to the first course of mine, which was F2, Management Accounting. And then as course started, they provided us with pre-plan of the courses, which all the tasks in each classes were given to us, and all the other types of tasks which we are made the whole process more structured, and it also made this preparation process less confusing and overwhelming, I would say. And except from their support for preparation process, they also help it in terms of registering for the accounts and also getting exemptions and paying, because at the time you need to get certain cards and pay in food sterlings. So they made this process also very easy. And except from that, I need to say, we used to give so many questions during the classes, because our teachers all the time ask it, whatever question you have, you are allowed to give and you must give, because we needed to practice a lot, and according to the questions we didn't understand, we needed to give that question to teachers. And not only during the classes, but not only I, but many students in the course, I think, used to give questions out of classes day and night. And according to my experience, our teachers always very well explained about the questions and solutions and give in-depth analysis. So it was also very helpful for me to understand different terms and concepts. And except from that, I studied certain papers in FP Academy, but I also studied some papers on my own. And in that time, I struggled a little to find the right materials, and also I struggled to understand certain questions. And when I asked support from FP Academy, their teachers didn't refuse. I got materials, and also I got support in terms of question analysis for free of charge, I need to mention. About the center, I would say their controlling process actually is what I like it, because as they have planned, if we used to delay certain tasks, they used to punish us or give tasks, or they had a method to analyze whether we did the practices well. They in that time ticket for which questions we answered or whatever tasks we didn't do, and according to that they used to give scores to us. So it is also pretty good assessing method, I would say. So for the centers and it is a process, I'm very grateful to study many papers in here, and all my opinion about the center is very excellent. Firstly, do not think that ACCA will bring everything you wanted, because to be professional, actually, you need to learn many skills and you need to acquire other many knowledge. And in order to do so, you need to also concentrate on practicing other skills, mastering other skills, so that with the combination of everything you have, you can be real professional. And especially when you start your career, it's your early careers, you might struggle when it comes to using different softwares, so pay attention to that as well. And secondly, I would say it is also the mistake I made when you acquired that knowledge or terms, standards per that what paper offers. Please do not waste it. What I mean is that most of the time ACCA students will be at their first or second years and they will not have any job. So as long as they do not use what they learned, that terms and standards in real world, they start to forget about that. And as you didn't make use of it, you cannot get any benefit from that. So it doesn't matter whether you got the papers, if you do not understand the concept later, if you're not able to use that concept later, you cannot get the full benefit you actually oriented to. So please, maybe you can participate in different projects. Maybe you start your own project, but try to integrate what you learned from different papers. And later on you will see, as you didn't forget, but hold the knowledge you acquired, you can use it for better use, and it will be the great valuable asset for you.
FPA Academy. Study ACCA with professionals.